All right, we have the new Arrma Quake out for its first drive today. It has the 223S system in it. I had my Gorgon, I had my brushless Gorgons. I was a big fan of those. I think this new body looks pretty sweet. It has different tires than the Gorgon, a different tread pattern. Rubber feels a little thicker. It has a foam insert. It has these clips under the body. You pull back and you can lift off the body. It has a 4000 kV 3660 brushless motor with a 2-in-1 ESC receiver. We're going to do some speed tests on 2 and 3S, and we're going to hit up a couple different locations and see how it bashes. Alright, let's get out and have some fun. Alright, let's see if the Quake is more stable than the Gorgon is with the brushless system. I think these new tires are going to make a big difference. We're going to start off with the 2S Speedrun. Let's see how she does. All right, let's go. 2S Speedrun. Super stable. Let's see what we got. 40 miles an hour, 2S, stock gearing. That is crazy. Let's try and back that up. .40 again. That is super impressive for 2S. All right, let's throw a 3S and see what we get. All right, 3S. It was extremely stable on 2S. Thought it was going to be doing the speed pass on its back wheels, but very stable. Let's see how it does on 3S though. Probably a different story. Heard the car coming, got out of it. Let's try again. Roll over, landed on its wheels though. Getting some wheelie action that direction. That one run I had full throttle for a long time, so should be pretty good. Let's see what we got. Of course, and it didn't read. Let's give it another shot. That was pretty cool. Let's see what we got so far. .51 miles an hour, and I still think it has more in it. All right, really roll it all the way down there. 54 miles an hour. Very impressive. All right. Unfortunately, that was like the 10th run already, so the battery's probably drained a little bit. That was full throttle for 50, 60 yards, maybe more. $57. Wow. I never would have expected that out of a two-wheel drive monster truck. Stock 3S. All right, out on the dirt track with the Arrma Quake. We'll see how it handles being two-wheel drive. Bash it around. My Gorgon was pretty tough, so I imagine this will be just as tough. The body seems a little thicker with a little more reinforcement, so that should hold up pretty well. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to put some scratches in this beautiful body, but I already did on my speed run, so not too big of a deal. But unfortunately, had a lot of heavy rain recently. It seems to have washed away a lot of the dirt on top of these jumps. A lot of big rocks left around. Got the backflip, two-wheel drive. Not there though. Very good air control for two-wheel drive. I think these heavier tires make a big difference. Barely got that backflip off. Came off a little weird off the ramp. All right, so absolute blast out here with the Arrma Quake. Surprisingly good air control for two-wheel drive in the air, able to do backflips. I gotta say, this car is a lot of fun to drive. All right, out at a concrete skate park with the Arrma Quake. See how it does here. It was awesome at the dirt track, a lot of fun. I imagine this place is gonna be just as much fun. Double backflip. I think I almost got a quadruple there. Awesome. Alright, so I'm back home with the Arrma Quake. Got it all cleaned up. I had a blast with it today. This thing is super impressive. Getting 57 miles an hour out of it, box stock. That's crazy. It's only rated at 50 miles an hour. Bashed it super hard at the dirt track and the concrete skate park. It has great air control for only being two-wheel drive. These tires are great. They work perfect for this truck. Very stable at speed. Give a lot of rotation when you're in the air. I was pulling off triple backflips with this at the end of the day. I had no issues with the 223S system. I was running a 45 milliamp 3S HRB battery. Nothing crazy. No early low voltage or anything like that they've been having on their other trucks. The body held up really nice with the bashing. It does feel like a thicker plastic than they used on the Gorgon. The skid plates on the front and the rear of the body do a really good job at protecting everything. I had this riding wheelies at nearly 60 miles an hour and didn't wear through anywhere. I did put a little crease in the body there, landing on the roof. The suspension is super smooth. Soaked up all the landings perfect. They say these come with an upgraded steering servo, which I know was an issue on the Arrma two-wheel drive platform. I had no issues at all with all the bashing I did with it. The RTR logos on the tires wore off pretty quickly though. So overall, I gotta say this is one awesome truck. It's a lot of fun. It's an excellent basher, even two-wheel drive, pulling off triple backflips. Getting 57 miles an hour box stock, under 300 bucks. This is one of my favorite trucks I've tested recently. All right, thanks for watching.
That was pretty cool.